And the DDT. You gotta believe this one's over.
Ricochet carried a revered reputation upon being signed by WWE, and I must say, all of his acclaim is well warranted. Watch any highlight of Ricochet, and you will instantly realize that he lives up to his billing. Oh, damage to the body. Back between the ropes. Got it.
Michael, that sledgehammer can cause some serious damage. Touching again on Ricochet's reputation coming into WWE, Ricochet gained so much of his popularity outside of WWE. But since arriving on this stage, he's taken his game to a whole new level.
And he has to, Byron. If you ask me, he came here with a bit of an overblown reputation. I mean, as I become more seasoned as a journalist, I grow more and more skeptical of internet darlings like Ricochet.
We've seen handicap matches throughout WWE history that can display someone's incredible ability. And we've seen the handicap match be utilized to deliberately put someone in less than advantageous situation. Either way, handicap matches are something that a superstar must be ready for no matter what side of the numbers game they're on.
No matter what era of WWE history we look at, or if we're talking about present day, the handicap match can be dangerous for all competitors involved. And if you're a superstar who's outnumbered, you have to be extra careful about ending up on the losing end of things. A beating could stop and never end depending on how the odds shake out.
That's very true, Michael. With that being said, though, just because a superstar is on the side that has the numbers advantage, history's also shown us that it's important to stay focused on the mission at hand and take care of business, rather than to get cocky because you have more people on your side of the ring. The strategy for going up against Luke Gallows is to find a way to avoid matching strength with this man, who can only be described as a one-man wrecking crew.
This might be it! Oh, my!
It would be unrealistic for a superstar to try and match power with Luke Gallows, and I think that approach would benefit them.
Luke Gallows is quite familiar with using every inch of his massive 6'8", almost 300-pound frame as a weapon, and an opponent must stay away from that type of power as much as possible.
He's starting to stagger a bit. He's going to have to cut off his opponent's offense quickly.
Well, I don't think his performance here tonight is necessarily one I would point to if I were to instruct an up-and-comer on how to win a handicap match.
Ricochet here, of course, he's only the second man to capture the North American Championship. Brought that title a lot of recognition and prestige, something he thinks its first holder was failing at.
To expand on what Byron had said about Ricochet bringing recognition to the NXT North American Championship when he won the title at TakeOver Brooklyn, Ricochet said that the title needed to be around the waist of someone who would defend it with honor.
Okay, you done? Let's get one thing straight, fellas. The North American title is special because of the first man that held it, because of Adam Cole. Ricochet only rode the wave of prominence that Adam Cole created. That'll ruin your leg.
Ricochet has been proclaimed as the future of flight, Corey. With that in mind, what is the best strategy against him?
Well, Ricochet has the cheat code in life to turn off gravity, so keeping him grounded is paramount to having success. He can dazzle people, no doubt, but sometimes in a match, it becomes a great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
We heard Corey's thoughts on grounding Ricochet. Byron, would you agree on that being the best way to gain the advantage?
Well, as Corey alluded to, Ricochet is a human video game. but I think his opponent will be surprised by Ricochet's match skills as well. He's a multifaceted superstar that presents quite the challenge.
Ricochet is now known as one of sports entertainment's preeminent high flyers, but considering his size and stature, Ricochet never thought he would actually be here, Byron.
No, but Ricochet goes higher than the expectations, Michael. The hype on this guy is real. There are many superstars, but there is one and only Ricochet.
What a stomp!
Good grief!
You know what, Byron? I can't exactly agree with all the hype that follows Ricochet, and it's obviously all gotten to his head. He is a man who has read too many of his own press clippings.
Corey, you are absolutely ridiculous.
No, I'm super smart.
Oh my gosh, forget the hype, all right? Just look at the results. The proof is in the ring.
A handicap match is the type of match where a superstar or superstars square off against respective opponents, and one side has a numerical advantage against the other. This could be a singles match or a tag team match, and as we've seen through history, can include any amount of superstars. Talk about a game of roulette. I know Luke thinks this is a solid strategy, but I'm not so sure.
Handicap matches have been part of the WWE for decades. The superstar who's seen the most handicap matches out of anyone is the iconic eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. Andre took on teams of 2, 3, and 4 men at a time. The Giant's opponents could be in the ring at the same time, or one man is in the ring and the team members are on the ring apron, similar to the traditional tag team contest.
Handicap matches are some of the most unpredictable matches in sports entertainment. The great Andre the Giant traveled the world and defeated teams in all numbers. In the ultimate show of dominance, Andre would stack his fallen opponents on top of one another and pin them all at once.
Ricochet has certainly made an impression on the scene of sports entertainment. Ricochet's unique gifts are no accident. Since his teens, he's possessed the desire to fly as if gravity didn't exist.
You expressed Ricochet's desires, Michael. This is a man who started wrestling in a backyard boxing ring when he was only 14 years old. Then at 16, he could finally afford his very own wrestling ring. And that became the beginning of Ricochet.
Look, I'll give credit to the man's defiance against gravity. Ricochet's the man that just might prove Isaac Newton wrong.
What a match!
Nailed it.
And look at the quickness by Ricochet.
Oof.
Oh, what impact!
Throughout WWE's more than 54-year history, there's one superstar who raises their game even higher in a handicap match. It's the superstar with the motto, one versus all, and that's the big dog, Roman Reigns. On the February 20th, 2017 episode of Monday Night Raw, we saw Reigns accept the handicap match against Raw Tag Team Champions, Anderson and Gallows.
That night on Raw, Roman Reigns was determined to take down Anderson and Gallows. What I found more impressive than taking Anderson and Gallows on was that Reigns did so right before he squared off against Braun Strowman in Fastlane. The big dog never rests. Roman Reigns is happy to take on anyone who thinks the WWE ring is their yard.
Look, I'll never dismiss the power, determination, and ability of Roman Reigns. I've been in the ring with the man. The match ended because Roman took it upon himself to attack Anderson and Gallows with a steel chair, which in my mind was done without just cause and is something I don't condone.
Beautiful technique. Byron, I know in preparation for this match you were studying footage of Ricochet. Did you learn anything?
I tried to study tape of Ricochet, but I kept on hitting rewind on the VCR because everything was just so unreal. He's a real stick of dynamite with the innovative maneuvers he pulls off.
Ooh, what impact. This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Byron, I don't think people rewind tapes and VCRs anymore. It's all digital now. Even I know that. But regardless, Corey, how would you contain Ricochet's explosive offense?
Well, I mean, listen, like Byron said, Ricochet can be a stick of dynamite, just like in the old cartoons. He can light the fuse, travel across the world, barricade himself in a bunker, and then get a package with the same dynamite.
There may be no escaping this fireman's carry.
I don't know. Never say never, Cole. In 2017, the WWE Universe saw the immeasurable power of Braun Strowman unleashed in handicap matches. The monster among men annihilated teams of 2, 3, and 4 men and made it look so easy it was almost difficult to comprehend. On the February 6th episode of Monday Night Raw, the Leviathan Braun Strowman absolutely destroyed 4 local competitors and made it look like child's play.
Harsh impact.
Nasty impact.
Oh, shows no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap. Beautiful technique.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle. Look out! Luke Gallows is really feeling it.
Well, I think a lot of people saw this handicap match going a lot differently, myself included. DDT! Slam!
When this guy's on, look out. Too quick for him there. Ooh, what impact. Gentlemen, AJ Styles may be out. Don't count out AJ. I'll tell you what, this is one they'll be talking about tomorrow at workers' school, that's for sure.
What a strike. Right on the mark.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Look at this. Oh! Incredible Ricochet connecting with a match-ending move. Boom! You gotta believe this one's over.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
No, he reverses it. Boom!
Boom! Face first. This is his...
Yes! Unreal performance.
An absolutely inspiring, brutal, and epic matchup. Let's take another look at what made that handicap match one of the best ever.
This entire match was just one big highlight reel, and I didn't expect anything else.
Here is your winner, Ricochet.
I think we're all glad this match came to a close without any of these guys having to go to a local medical facility. It looked like that might have been the case here for a while.
And that's the kind of action we've come to expect here on Raw. What an amazing match.